Now we start with the first problem on projections of lines. We'll represent the data as per the master diagram. So a line AB 70 mm long is inclined at 30 degree to the HP and 60 degree to the VP. So I'll write the data. 70 mm long is the true length for line AB. So from master diagram, I have two notations. One is A dash B1 dash, that is the true length in front view, and AB2 true length in top view. So I can write A dash B1 dash is equal to AB2 is equal to 70 mm. Then it is inclined at 30 degree to the HP, means angle made by the true length in front view, that is theta. So I can write theta as 30 degree, okay, and 60 degree with the VP. That means the angle made by true length AB2 in the top view. The notation is phi. So I can write phi as 60 degree. Now reading further, its end A is 10 mm above the HP and 20 mm in front of the VP. That means the point A is in first quadrant. So as per the master diagram, A dash will be 10 mm above XY line because the point is 10 mm above the HP, and 20 mm below XY because 20 mm in front of the VP. So I can write A dash above XY and the distance is 10 mm. Similarly, the top view A is below XY because point is in first quadrant and the distance is 20 mm. Okay. While its end B is in third quadrant. Now here for the master diagram, the assumption is point B is in first quadrant. That means entire line is lying in the first quadrant. So that's why I'm getting the required front view B dash in above XY line and B below XY line. But here the point B is in third quadrant. So the position of front view and top view will get exactly reversed. I'll get B dash below XY and B above XY. So I can write here B dash below XY and B above XY, since point B is in line B is in third quadrant. Now here there is some mistake in the data because we are solving the problems on oblique line. Oblique line means the line which is inclined to all three planes. Here we are seeing only two, HP and VP, but there is one more plane called as PP. Okay, so if the line is inclined to all three planes, then it is called as oblique line. But if you see the data here, theta and phi, if I add theta plus phi, it will give me 90 degrees, 30 plus 60. Okay, so this is the case where the line is inclined to HP, inclined to VP, but since theta plus phi is 90 degree, it will be line parallel to the third plane, which is PP. So in that case, I'm going to get this front view A dash B dash as exactly vertical line. Similarly, this top view AB also exactly vertical line. That means this distance between the end projectors will be 0 because on the same projector I am getting A dash, B dash, A and B. Okay, so to make this problem as an oblique line, I'll change some data. Okay, for 5, which is 60 degree, I'll assume it as 45 degree. So here I'm writing the correction to make it oblique, phi as 45 degree. Okay, so now starting with the new correction. So marking the XY line first, then we can start with the position of A dash 10 mm above and A is 20 mm below. So first dropping a vertical projector exactly perpendicular to xy. Now I have to mark A dash 10 mm above xy and A 20 mm below xy. So I have A dash and A. Now we know the true length and true inclinations. So I can directly mark the true length A dash B1 dash at an angle theta. Okay, and similarly true length AB2 at an angle phi. So for measuring those angles, I'll first draw the horizontal lines passing through A dash and A. Again, from A dash to mark B1 dash at an angle 30 degree, I need to measure that angle. So here from A dash, there are two possibilities. I can produce that angle upwards or downwards, but that will depend on the position of B dash. Here the position of B is in first quadrant, but in the required problem, it is given that B is in third quadrant, so B dash will be obviously below xy. So I have to measure that 30 degree to mark the point B1 dash in the downward direction. So starting with A dash, I'll measure the angle 30 degree in downward direction. Okay, and on this 30 degree line, I'm going to mark the true length, which is equal to 70 mm. So I'll get the end point B1 dash. So I mark the length, true length, to get B1 dash. Okay, so obviously from B1 dash I can draw a horizontal line which will give me locus of B dash. So this line will give me locus of B dash. So we have marked true length at an angle theta, which is 30 degree in front view. So this line A dash B1 dash is giving me the true length in front view. Similarly, I can mark the true length AB2 at an angle phi, but again I need to check where should I produce that angle, upwards or downwards. For that I need to check the position of B, because we are going to mark B2. So B is above xy, so I need to produce that angle which we have corrected from 60 degree to 45 degree to make the problem of oblique line. So from A, I'll measure angle 45 degree in the upward direction because B is in third quadrant. So from A at an angle 45 degree, I'll again measure the true length, which is 70 mm. From A at an angle 45 degree, I'll measure the length 70 mm to mark corresponding point B2. So this end point will give me point B2. Now I can draw a horizontal line passing through B2 to mark the locus of B. So from B2 I can draw a horizontal line which will give me locus of B. Okay, now we have marked true inclination in top view, which is 45 degree, and true length, which is 70 mm. Now our aim is to locate the final front view A dash B dash and final top view AB. For that we know when B1 dash is projected up to horizontal line passing through A, I am getting B1, which is called as plan length AB1. Then AB1 can be rotated up to locus of B to get final top view AB, because plan length is always equal to top view. So I'll first project that B1 dash up to a horizontal line passing through A. So I need to just drop this B1 dash up to locus, up to horizontal line passing through A. That means this much only. So this will give me the point B1. Now this length AB1 is nothing but the plan length. Okay. Now producing the arc with the plan length. So I'll take plan length AB1 in compass and it will produce the arc up to locus of B, which is marked above XY line. So I'll produce this arc up to locus of B. So this point will give me final position of top view for B. Okay. So now I can join A to B to get the final top view of line AB. Okay. Same way, I can drop projector from B2 up to horizontal line passing through A dash to mark B2 dash, which will give me elevation length, which can be again rotated up to locus of B to get the final position of B dash. So again, I can produce B2 up to locus of, up to a horizontal line passing through A dash. That means I need to project just this much. So from B2 I can locate this point, which is B2 dash, similar to master diagram B2 dash. Now A dash B2 dash will give me elevation length, which can be rotated up to locus of B dash to get the final front view length. So from A dash B2 dash I am producing the arc up to locus of B dash, which is here. So I'm getting this point, which will give me the final front view B dash for point B. Now I can join A dash to B dash to get the final front view of line AB, which is A dash B dash. So this dark line AB is giving me top view and this line is giving front view. The solution is too small because the lengths are too small, that's 70 mm. Okay. So now we will check whether our solution is right or not. So for that we have the test, that is B dash and B should lie on the same vertical projector like E dash and A. So for that I'll just see whether they are lying on the same vertical projector or not. Some minute error is acceptable. So because here the lengths are small and angles also, so the chances of error are more. So there is slight mismatch here, but still it is acceptable. Now we are not asked to calculate any angle because already theta and phi are given. So other angles are alpha and beta, so I can just mark those angles, no need to measure alpha and beta. Okay, so this completes the solution for the given problem. Just we need to remember that since theta, the original data given is theta plus phi was 90 degree, which was the line parallel to PP. In that case, I would have got this AB as a vertical line, again A dash B dash again a vertical line. So that is not the case of oblique line. So we have made a correction for angle phi so that theta plus phi is not equal to 90 degree, which is the condition for oblique line. Okay, so this completes the solution of this problem.